The following program is rated U for universal audiences and is considered suitable for listeners of all ages.
This is a presentation of Dream Realm Enterprises, where dreams are our reality.
It's another episode of DBB. Alright, it's the DBB Holiday Special for 2018. Welcome, friends and fans of DRE. Today we're going to talk about Robotz the Company, the Santicon Day Heist, which was our holiday special that recently went out, and we're going to be celebrating the holiday season. And that doesn't, it doesn't matter to us what you celebrate this season. Whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Festivus, I don't mind. That's why I say Happy Holidays, because it kind of covers everything. I hope nobody finds that offensive, because I'm certainly not trying to be, but I'm just trying to be non-specific and just celebrate everything with everybody. And that's what we're trying to be here, is all inclusive and all welcoming and hopefully all celebratory with you, whatever it is that you want to celebrate. As the creditor alluded on the end of Robotz of the Company the other day, if you don't want to celebrate, well, fine. We're celebrating. We're celebrating for you. At any rate, welcome to the festival episode, the festive episode of DBB. It doesn't have a number. It's, I guess if you have to have a number on it, you can call it 56.2 or something. But we're not going to number it. We're just going to call it the holiday special for this year. So, which is something I did last year. I did a special, and I just thought I would follow suit since we're needing to talk about Robotz the Company, episode 90, which was this year's holiday special for the Robotz. It wasn't really very Christmassy or holiday themed compared to other holiday specials that we've done, but that was by design, because I was kind of setting up the new sort of story arc, the new format, because we did change things last year, but it kind of quickly ran its course, and I came up with some new ideas for what could happen next. And if you haven't heard the episode, I don't want to spoil things, so you just may as well stop this here and go listen to that one, and then come back to this later. So I'm giving you that opportunity now, because we are going to have some spoilers here. We're going to talk about some stuff that's very spoilery, that tells you pretty much what happened. So if you didn't listen to it yet, and you don't want it spoiled, then you better go listen to it now. And I think it's worth a listen. I think it turned out pretty well. It's, I think, one of our better ones in recent years. Not that the others weren't good or fun, but I think this one is a lot of fun as well. So, yeah, go check it out. This is your opportunity, and we'll have just a moment of music for you to have that chance to stop and then come back. So, here we go. Okay, and we're going to continue to talk about it now. And, yeah, there are going to be spoilers, but Robotz of the Company, episode 90. Yes, we have done 90 of these things. We've done 90 episodes of the Robotz. It's taken a long time to get here. We haven't got to 100 yet, but one of these days we will. And already I've been sort of thinking about what the 100th episode might contain, and that it certainly should be special and big and epic and all that. So when we get there, it's going to be quite an event. But we're not there yet. We're probably a couple years away. So give us time. We're going to get there, and it's going to be very celebratory of the whole run. But at that point, it'll probably be the 15th anniversary or something of Robotz when we hit number 100, and that'll be fitting. But as it is, we've been going since 2005, and it's actually been almost 14 years. It was fairly early in 2005 that we started work on the series. It wasn't meant to be a series originally. It was meant to be just a few quick little skits, basically, with these robots. Never really thought about it going for, 13, 14, 15 years, but here we are. And it's, the little show that could is what it's been coined. I think it was Jeff Niles who coined that phrase, just because it just kept going and going and going, and it was never meant to. It was never meant to do that. It was never meant to go on, but it has. And every year, for the most part, we've had a holiday special or Santicon Day episode, because that's what the Robotz celebrate, Santicon Day. So if you don't celebrate any holidays, you can celebrate Santicon Day right along with them. It's basically their version of Christmas. And Santicon, of course, is the robotic Santa Claus, who's been played by 2 or 3 different fellows over the years. I think the most recent last year was Pete Lutz played him. Before that, John Morse had played him for a number of years, but for whatever reason, I couldn't get a hold of him for a couple of years there or something. But nonetheless, John, if you're listening, my apologies you didn't get to play him the last time or two that we had him in. But for whatever reason, I missed you. But at any rate, we decided to do, of course, another one this year, 2018. And I had sort of left things very open and sort of on a cliffhanger, at least setting something up for Captain Hancock, because he was supposed to try and get his money back. He lost his fortune. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should just go back and listen to those episodes, which was season 10. And but anyway, he had lost his fortune, and he was determined to get it back one way or another. And he cooked up this plan to have this heist where he was going to rob a bank with Prentice and Boone the Bounty Hunter. And that was actually supposed to be the season finale of season 10, but for whatever reason, we ran out of time, etc., and we didn't get to do that episode. I had a few notes jotted, but unfortunately, I didn't get to do it. So I decided, well, it'll be great to play with that at Christmas, so I'll just hold it off till then. So that's basically what it is. I'd set it up, and then when it came time to write this episode, it was just like, I didn't write down every little detail of what I wanted to do, so I couldn't really remember how the heist itself was supposed to play out, but I knew it was obviously going to go wrong, and they were going to end up in prison. So I just cooked up this idea of everybody ends up in prison, basically. So we refer back to the Santicon Day Heist, which takes place, like on the eve of the holiday or something. And then on Christmas itself, they actually all get thrown into prison. And everybody's trying to blame poor Putch, which is not really his fault. He just kind of haplessly... Is that a word? He just sort of bumbles into the situation where they get caught. And they, unbeknownst to them, they are considered property of Hancock. They're considered property of Captain Hancock. And so therefore, as it was Captain Hancock who pulled off this heist, or tried to, and was convicted, then everything that he owns basically becomes the property of the company that is imprisoning him, and it owns the bank. And that's Zant Corp, which is the new character, which I'm playing, which I have sort of hinted around about for a while, called BJ Zant. He's a robot, of course, and he's in charge of this company, Zant Corp, which owns the bank, the prison, and a whole lot of other things. And so anyway, if you just sort of basically recapping this whole idea, they end up in prison because of what Hancock did, and they find out what the consequences are of all that, so they kind of have to cope with that. But then they're offered an opportunity, which I won't go into great detail of. But this opportunity to work for BJ rather than spend the rest of their existence in prison. So that's setting up what's coming. And of course, there's sort of a cliffhanger there at the end of the special, whether or not, they've been offered the chance to work for BJ or remain in prison. Anyway, it is the holiday season. It's December here, and just trying to enjoy the holiday. It's been a tough year. It's been a tough year for DBB. It's been a tough year for DRE. It's been a tough year for me personally. I've been through a lot of stuff this year. It's been very challenging. It's been one of the tougher years I've had in recent memory, just because I've had a number of medical issues, which I've discussed verbatim. So you guys know about my eyes and the situation I've had, and the diabetes, and so on. So yeah, the health issues always make things a little difficult and challenging, and this year it's been particularly challenging. And we were working really hard on doing Magic Monsters and Mayhem, of course, book 2, and we got halfway through it and had to stop, and my apologies about that still. I feel bad about that, and the plan certainly is still to finish it. It's being worked on slowly but surely behind the scenes, and hopefully sometime in January, maybe February, hopefully at the latest, we'll start releasing those episodes again, and we'll get the second half of book 2 released. So you've heard 10 chapters, and we've got about 10 chapters left for you. It's all more or less in the can and being edited as we speak, and so it's a long process, especially when you're working on a drama. With Robotz, it's a little easier. They're a little simpler. It's a comedy, and I try not to put too many technical things in them. I concentrate on just, coming up with funny situations with the robots in. Although this one was fairly technically challenging, but I got it done. So thank goodness I have my buddy Jeff Niles, who, if you're listening, Jeff, thank you so much for all the hard work you put in 2018. You've been a trooper. Jeff has been amazing. Couldn't have gotten through what I've gotten through without him. He's probably done more work than I have this year, and, that makes me feel bad, but at the same time, I'm ever so grateful for him and for the effort he's put in. There wouldn't be a DRE without that guy, because he's the backbone. He's the heart of this company, because he plays so many characters, and then he does so many things behind the scenes. The editing, stitching lines together and stuff is huge, because I don't have the patience or the time to do all of that. I can, I do a bit here and there sometimes where I have to, but it's not easy, and it takes, it is time consuming, and it takes concentration, and it takes a real mental effort to get it done. And for me, that's the grind. I don't particularly like that element, that phase of production. So thankfully, Jeff seems to enjoy it, and he puts the work in. And I know he pulls his hair out on some of this stuff just like I do, because it's hard work. It's harder than you would even realize. You guys get the finished product, and you go, oh, that's great, and that's, that had to be easy. It's not. It's far from easy. And Jeff's put in a lot of hard work, and I want him to know how much I appreciate that. So happy holidays, Jeff, my dear friend, my brother, the MVP of DRE, absolutely the best guy you'll ever know in the audio world. He's a good friend, and he's a wonderful, wonderful editor, and he's an even better performer. He plays so many great characters. Zimtron, to name but one. He plays Waldo in Magic Monsters and Mayhem. He plays Dr. Philbot on Robotz. He plays Derek on Robotz. He's played so many characters over the years. He plays the Doctor in our Doctor Who fan series. He is our second DRE Doctor. Ron Smith was the first, and he did a great job. And but for logistical reasons, we had to change doctors a few years ago. And Jeff's stories have never all been released and completed, but the plan is one of these days we will get the remaining few done and out there. So hopefully maybe by the end of 2019. Not promising it, but maybe by the end of this coming year, we'll actually get back into Doctor Who and get the ones that were recorded but never released actually finished and released. That's the plan. We finally got through Jeff's couple of debut stories, and we got those out a year or two ago, and that was a lot of hard work. But yeah, hopefully we'll get that back into post-production again soon and get those finished up. But the plan right now, of course, for what we're hoping to do in the new year is, of course, finish up Book 2 of MMM. That's the first priority. I want to get that finished, get the second half of Book 2 out. That is what we're going to do if it kills me. So we're going to do that. And so you guys got that to look forward to in the first half of the year. And then sometime around the spring, summer, hopefully, if things do work out, we will have Season 11 of Robotz of the Company. It may not be a hugely long season, 5 or 6 episodes, something like that. You know, you've heard basically the premiere of Season 11, which was the holiday special, which it sort of sits alone, but it sort of is part of the whole. But we always try to do, you know, that's kind of the format the last few years, I think, was the first episode is always at Christmas, and then the rest of the season comes a few months or a few weeks later. So in this case, it will be a few months. I haven't even written the rest of it yet, because I haven't had a chance to do that. But I have plenty of ideas, so don't worry. But we will get those done and get those out. I'm remastering slowly but surely the second season of Robotz, which have always needed remastering, because they are supposed to go out on an internet radio station, and I would like them to match the rest of the series and be, you know, as good technically on the technical side of things. I would like them to match the rest of the series. Story-wise, they won't be any different, really. It's really going to be the same material, just redone. Some of it redone, some of it not redone, but all of it re-edited and remastered for you guys to enjoy. So that will happen in 2019. So this holiday season, you know, it doesn't matter what you celebrate. Some people celebrate Hanukkah, some people celebrate Christmas, some people don't celebrate any of that. Some people celebrate the solstice, some people celebrate Festivus from Seinfeld. And, you know, some bots celebrate Santicon Day. So, you know, whatever it is that you celebrate, you know, we're celebrating with you, and that's the whole point. It's all about love. It's all about having fun, enjoying yourself, being good to yourself, being good to each other. That's what I want you guys to do. Just have fun, be good to each other, appreciate the things and the people that you have in your life, and realize that, you know, it's not all about things necessarily, but do appreciate what you have, because, you know, I'm sure you've worked hard for it. You've done something to earn it, to deserve it. There's no question, and you're special. So you might have doubts in yourself, but don't. I believe in you, your old buddy John. I believe in you, because obviously you guys believe in me somewhat because you're listening. So thank you. I appreciate that. I feel the love, I do. Even though I don't always hear from everybody, I know that the love is there because you guys listen. I know you listen. You know, we track this stuff to know that we do get downloads and people do tune in. And I really appreciate that more than you could ever know. And I know I sound like a broken record on this stuff, but it's just, that's my philosophy. You know, count your blessings and be thankful for what you get and what you have, and the people that are in your life, and even the people who aren't, you know, like you guys that just listen and don't send feedback. You know, I appreciate you guys because you're there, and you know, you're the beacons in the dark, and I thank you. So I appreciate even you guys. I know you're there. I can feel it. You know, as funny as that might sound, as silly as that might sound, I feel it, I know it, I know we have support. So thank you for supporting Dream Realm Enterprises. We've had some merchandise available this year, and some of you bought some stuff that helped us get through the year. Thank you for that. I hope you guys have enjoyed the merchandise that you bought. I haven't been able to see any of it firsthand from Teespring, because I haven't had a chance to get around to, grabbing my own copies of anything like t-shirts and so forth. But, because I've been trying to pay the bills, so I haven't had time to, or the ability to pay for the merch. But for those of you who did, I really, really appreciate it, and let us know what you thought of it. Let us know if it was of the quality that we're told that it is. I haven't had a chance to hold the stuff in my hand, so I don't know I don't know how great it is. So hopefully everything's been good. So let us know. Let us know if you enjoyed what you've gotten, what you purchased, and know that those of you who did purchase things, it really helped us out. It's kept us going. We were able to keep our bills paid, and we have monthly bills to keep things going, to keep our website up, to keep our podcast going. I had to renew the domain name dreamrealmsite.com this year, and I was able to do that. So I'm very thankful for all of that. I'm not a kind of guy that wants to get a bunch of gifts or receive things like that. I'm more of a giver than a receiver. So hopefully you guys enjoyed what you got, and hopefully you're enjoying what you're hearing from us. This is the last thing you're going to hear from us in 2019, or 2018 rather. In 2019 you'll be hearing a lot more. So that's the plan. So stay tuned and hang in there with us, because I'll be doing more DBBs in 2019. I'm not sure when the next actual regular episode of DBB will come out, but I'm going to continue to do this podcast, and sometime in January you'll hear from me when I decide to update you guys on what's going on, when I have some news to really tell you. So look out for that, listen out for that. It's going to happen. And hopefully it's been a good year for all of you, 2018. Hopefully it's been good to you, and hopefully 2019 will be even better to you. Hopefully it'll be prosperous. Hopefully, it'll bring you everything you want and deserve. So, be good to each other, be happy, celebrate this time of year. No matter what you believe in, no matter what your background is, or what your affiliation might be, and whatever holidays you celebrate, just celebrate, and celebrate how wonderful you are, because you guys are special people. You listen in, you're intelligent, so I know you're special. Even when you think you're not, know that I think you are, and I really appreciate the support and the belief in us, and the interest in the things that we bring to you, and the stories that we tell. And that's, for me, that's the main thing. I have stories that I want to tell, and I'm so glad that I have an audience that want to hear them. Thank you for that. That means everything to me, as a writer, as a person, as a creator, as a creative person. So thank you so much. Thank you. I can't thank you guys enough. And, hopefully you continue to listen, and we will be back in the new year with you with so many new things that hopefully you enjoy. So I'll be talking to you again real soon. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off here because it's been a while. But hopefully you've enjoyed this little special. It's not much, but just me rambling and me thanking you and showing my appreciation. And that's all I can do. But I'm okay, and hopefully you guys are okay, and let's just support each other, shall we? Let's tell somebody that you care about that you care about them. If that's the only way you celebrate this year, that's a good way to do it. And keep your head held high, and be confident in yourself. Love yourself. You're special. You really are. You don't know. Everybody is different. Everybody's an individual. That's to be celebrated. So You are who you are. I'm happy you're who you are. I'm proud of who you are. Remember that. So your old buddy John is here, and he's still working behind the scenes. He's doing the best that he can. Just, I do what I can with what I have to work with. That's what I've always said. So we are doing our best. So with peace and love in my heart for you guys, that's what I wish for you. Wish happy holidays to you. I wish a happy new year to you. Here's hoping 2019 is good to all of us. Thanks, guys. We will talk to you real soon.
This program is copyright 2018, all rights reserved, and is brought to you by Dream Realm Enterprises. The journey continues.